the Dark Ages had many fans hyped, including those new to the series like me. I'm going to cut the fluff to save you time and give you a no-spoiler 5-minute review of Doom the Dark Ages. As well, we're going to bring in my friend ICYFPS to give you insight on how he feels about the game, which is a lot more positive than mine. The last Doom game by ID Software was Doom Eternal in 2016. I did not play this game, but man, I can't imagine waiting this long to find a game that I feel was not very good. I'll save the negativity for later. The gameplay itself is best highlighted in fast-paced action combat against various types of monsters. Right off the bat, you're given different weapons to enhance your playstyle. My favorite being the shotgun most of the game, and another weapon that you'll earn later. ICFPS, what were your first impressions when you started this game up?
First impressions on the game. Now, when it came to Doom the Dark Ages, I love what it's about itself. I love the flail. I love the medieval style that it gives, within the battles. It's very gruesome. You still get that Doom aesthetic. It's beautifully made. So for any first-time Doom players, this is a great introduction into what Doom is. You get right into the hype, right into the action. So it's a great introduction.
I can agree with that. Let's talk more about weapons in this game. Switching between weapons was pretty flawless as time slows down to afford you the opportunity to do so. Unlocking the shield to throw and cut into enemies made me feel like Kratos from God of War. The way we're able to interact with puzzles to unlock secret items or progress in the story was well done. On that note, both with the shield and weapons, there are upgrades available as Sentinel Shrines to make you feel godlike towards the end of the campaign. Quick tip. Spend your resources wisely as they take a while to accumulate. While I felt the storyline was okay, Icy, what were your thoughts?
I feel like the story was great. I feel like the story wasn't rushed. I feel like it was a good length of story as well. 22 chapters, not too short, not too long. Maybe they could have done 25 to 30 chapters. They probably couldn't have got away with that. But outside of that, this was a beautifully made game. I don't feel like it was rushed at all. There's a lot of people that are comparing this to Doom Eternal, saying that, the combat didn't feel the same, or maybe it felt a little clunky compared to Doom Eternal, or this one just felt off, really. Like a lot of people didn't feel like this went in with the story arc of Doom. So, it's really a dealer's choice type of title, because I had a great time with it. There may be other people who did not. So it really depends on your type of style of gameplay. This would be a great Doom for first-time Doom players because it gives you everything that you would need. It gives you the old Doom with some new Doom aesthetic as well. So I really feel like this is a great Doom title overall.
Appreciate that, bro. I'm going to tell you guys how I felt when I first started the game. After the opening scene, you're placed in the village of Callum, and automatically I was impressed with the visuals. From burning buildings, dynamic weather effects, to the weapon you hold, this first-person shooter gave me a great first impression. However, after facing the same enemies over and over and over and over, I quickly got burnt out. I mentioned earlier that Doom the Dark Ages is fast-paced. I mean, with this amount of gear, weapon and shield in hand, and uneven terrain, he practically glides at a super speed at no trouble at all. I couldn't help compare this entire game to Space Marine 2, which I feel was better in every way. I couldn't stand the parry system with finding the stupid green ball. This was extremely redundant. I have received comments on Twitter with individuals who disagree with my stance on this game not being worth $80, or even $100, which I paid for early access. So what are your thoughts? Do you like this game? Leave a comment below. After each chapter, you're returned to the main screen to select the next chapter. To be honest, this ruined my immersion. I think having a hub to go to where you can gear up and get ready would have been way more effective. One of my biggest gripes was actually the map, which I found many people spoke positive about. Here's my reason. The secrets you find throughout each chapter are highlighted for you on the map itself. This is already a linear game to begin with, and this took all the mystery away and desire to further explore because you know exactly where to go. But B Sparks, this is how Doom always is. I still think it's stupid. As the story and you progress, only a few new enemies emerge, and more are simply aggro to create chaos on the map. While I appreciate the cutscenes and a few badass moments, it was mid at best. I know, I'm sounding super negative. Icy, can you let us know how you felt about the ending of this game?
It was just exactly what we needed. It was gruesome. It gave the Slayer that energy. It really gave us that badass energy, and it led us into another title. It left us with a beautiful cliffhanger, leaving us hungry for that next title. Well,
look, I know my stance is a lot different than Icy's, but what's your stance? Once again, leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you follow, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.